Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. They're on a 16-5 run. Out to Miller. Shoots the three. Okongwu grabs the board. Orlando with the ball. That shot off.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
And it's Orlando's ball. Here's Primo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Primo's got 7 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And the basket by Lillard.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Here's Jones. He has 6. Pass to Bryant. Inside. Pittsburgh pulls it in.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Okongwu with a screen on Miller. 1 second left, and there are the Magic with another bucket. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Pittsburgh running away with it. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got R.J. Barrett. John Collins is out there with Okongwu. And it's Hood-Schifino in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. It's Edwards on the wing. Yep, that one goes in there.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Edwards against Barrett. Okongwu controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
McCollum with the ball. There's the 3. And again, it's Pittsburgh with the 3.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Okongwu with a screen on McCollum. Barrett against Edwards. Barrett, no good.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. A nice defensive play. Altered the shot, then stayed right there to clean up the glass.
And finished off by Collins.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Anunoby. Takes a 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum.
The assist total. skills, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Hood-Schifino. Pass to Barrett. To the inside. It's stolen by Edwards. Goes up. And he goes right over R.J. Barrett and slams it down.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's Hood-Schifino. Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Out left to the wing. Here's Kispert. And there's Pittsburgh with another bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Knocked away. Looking to end the run. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Now a timeout called by Pittsburgh. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these two-game, like, baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
So Pittsburgh ends up going with a whole new group.
The 407, Joe Milava.
Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. To the paint, here's Bryant.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Buries it from three-point range. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Pittsburgh.
They've made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Primo. Another miss by Orlando.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
And here's Barrett, after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And the basket by Jones.
This is the court awareness that gives you great hope for R.J. Barrett. He's a scorer, but if he can complement that with passing, look out, folks.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the Magic. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count that one.
There's a strength to R.J. Barrett that belies that thin frame. He's got toughness and the willingness to absorb contact.
There's the pick. And again, it's Pittsburgh with a 3.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Bryant right side. Out to Barrett. He dishes it to Jones. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Kessler. No good that time. Here's Pittsburgh with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Pittsburgh.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
To the middle, here's Bryant, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
2 points, that one goes.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Jones. Can't hit from in close. Lillard outside. And again, it's Pittsburgh with a 3.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
So it's Pittsburgh picking up the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Here with Damian Lillard. Dame, when do you know you have a rhythm in a game like tonight?
When I was doing my pregame routine, I felt pretty good. You know, the ball was coming off my hands good. I felt calm. I felt really good coming into the night to start the game. I was patient. We had a good pace. I let it come to me. I got a few clean looks, and, you know, I had some high-quality makes. And, you know, after that, I was like, this got potential to be a good night, and that's what it turned into.
It certainly was a very good night for you, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan.